Do incredible miracles still take place today at Lourdes? Yes, they do. And here is one. Good day, my friends. In 2013, Luke Dolan was a young Irish man whose body had turned against itself. Crohn's disease. The name sounds clinical, almost gentle. The reality is anything but. Crohn's is an autoimmune disorder in which the body's own immune system attacks the lining of the digestive tract. It causes inflammation so severe that the intestinal wall can ulcerate, narrow, and eventually fail. There is no cure, there is only management, medications to suppress the immune response, dietary restrictions to limit flare-ups, and when the medications stop working, surgery. Luke's medication had stopped working. The inflammation in his intestine was severe. His gastroenterologist had laid out the options, and they had narrowed down to just one: an ostomy, a surgical procedure in which a portion of the damaged intestine is removed and bypassed, and an opening is created in the abdominal wall for waste to pass into an external bag. A colostomy, I believe they call that. He was young, too young for what it was about to happen to his body. So Luke went to Lourdes. He travelled with an Irish pilgrimage group, the kind of organised trip that was bringing people, sick people, from Ireland to the south of France for over a century. He went to the baths, and there he was immersed. He returned to Ireland. He went back to his gastroenterologist for the pre-surgical evaluation, the final round of imaging and blood before the ostomy could be scheduled. His inflammation was gone. No reduction, no improvement, not better than last time, zero. The markers that had been elevated for months, the markers that had driven his entire surgical plan, had dropped to zero. The intestinal wall had been ulcerated and narrowing was now intact. The disease that had been advancing week over week had simply stopped. His surgeon had no explanation. The operation was cancelled. Crohn's disease does not go to zero. That is not how the disease behaves. It flares and recedes, but the underlying inflammation persists. Even in the best drug-induced remissions, there are traces, markers that remind the physician that the immune system is still mistargeting the gut. In Luke's case, there was nothing to remember that anyone had anything. The numbers look like those of a person who had never had Crohn's disease at all. There had been no medication, no dietary intervention. There was no clinical trial. There was a bath in 12 degrees of water in a stone trough in the south of France. And of course, the healing spirit of God through the intercession of Our Lady of Lourdes. His case was not submitted to the Lourdes Medical Bureau for the year-long investigation that precedes formal recognition. He is not one of the 72. But his surgeon cancelled the surgery and his inflammation stays at zero. He is still a young man in Ireland with an intestinal tract that medicine said would fail. Our God is so good. And how many other miracles are there like this that don't get onto the register because there's not enough physical evidence? God bless, my friends.